So the CRAAP method is a method that is used to evaluate websites. The letters stand for currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. So this acronym is used to evaluate a website to see if it is a good website to use or if there is a website that you can find better information. So C is for currency, and if how relevant the information is, when was it gathered, when was it last updated, or when was it written. Relevance is it relevant to the topic that you were looking for? Is the information unique, or could you find better information somewhere else? Authority is really about the author or the sponsor or the organization, what their reputation is, their credentials, to determine if the information is from a reputable source. Accuracy is where does information come from? So if they're citing their sources and if they can back up the information that is given on the web page. And the purpose is what is the author's reason for that website. It could be to advertise content. It could be to sell a product. It could just be to give information. So looking at that is the purpose, I think, is really important. That's one thing that I wanted to look more at when I'm looking at things for my teaching practice in my classroom. If a website's purpose is to sell a product, then they're going to target everything, all the information that they give, so that you will buy the product after reading the information. So it might not always be, it's definitely not non-biased, because they want you to buy the product. So after using this method, I learned what all I need to be looking at when I'm evaluating a website to see if it has good information and if it's something that I should be using or if I should be looking somewhere else. I will definitely use this method and this information that I learned to be able to look at websites more critically. Like I talked about, with the purpose being to promote something, because it might not always be what I'm looking for if the end goal is for me to purchase that product. I would also use this in finding websites for my students to use if it has reliable information and is up to date and has current topics. Or just looking at blogs with different teachers who give advice and suggestions on the way that they do things, which is a lot of times what I will look up information for. None of this information was really surprising since we have had to do research on Galileo. We have to use current information, so I was kind of used to looking at information that was more up to date. Very familiar with citing and finding sources and where the information comes from, and just through research on Galileo and looking for more scholarly peer-reviewed articles, I feel like I've had practice of digging deeper, looking at the information, deciding if the article is really on topic and relevant to what I'm researching, or if there is better information that can be found somewhere else.